merry man.
Nobody.
Oh, merry
uh,
That's the only good part of Shrek 1.
what are you talking about? That entire movie is a masterpiece front to back.
Clearly, somebody doesn't own an air fryer.
uh,
I have pizza
But,
though. That's like the next best thing.
wait, did we actually start the podcast? Is this the conversation we're rolling into?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hi, everybody.
I don't know
Welcome to the
what topics we have.
podcast. That's fair, but you could have started. We usually go in a similar direction every time. I'm not like making rocket science here. Usually ask everybody how their weeks go, and then Kazu's like, oh, you know, I played Fortnite, and then Marcus is always like, oh yeah, I played FF14, and you know, it's just always yeah.
Really? Because I'm making poopy right now. I'm eating the fuck out of this pizza.
That's
My body
not-
is a machine that turns food into poopy.
I don't think you can say you're making poopy while you're in the process of eating it.
I'm making poopy.
You could say the pizza you've already consumed is on its way to be poopy, but I don't think you can.
I'm making poopy.
Nuh-uh.
My
That implies
body
you're
is a
just.
machine.
This is
turns
why.
ice cream into diarrhea.
This is exactly why he's a VTuber. He's sitting in his chair right now, like that South Park episode where they're playing WoW and he's just shitting in his chair.
It's even funnier because I have the avatar. No one can see me fucking annihilating this pizza. Holy fuck. I got grease on my goddamn titties right now.
Nobody needed to know that.
Well,
Anyway,
they can't see it.
I hope everybody has been well. It has been a week since we've done the podcast. 2 weeks technically.
Yeah, because
But-
I've been sick for almost 2 weeks.
And then I was also sick, but I'm not a little baby.
And I was not sick. I was playing Fortnite.
Actually, you were
Oh.
sick because you were playing Fortnite.
Correction. No.
Correction. Fortnite was making him sick while he was playing Fortnite.
Fortnite's like a worm. It digs deep into your brain, so you get addicted to it.
Digs deep, consumes all.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
why I do coke.
You know, it's so much healthier for you.
Oh my god. Oh god. That was a debate earlier. I was talking with somebody and they're like, yeah, but like smoking weed versus smoking cigarettes is just as bad. And I was just like, I don't know what fucking planet
what?
you're on.
I mean, realistically, if it goes in your lungs, it's bad for you. So
True. That was
Mhm.
the main point I said. I was like, I'll give you the honest opinion that, yeah, sure, you're damaging your lungs at some point if you're not giving it, like, yeah. Just breathing in anything that's on fire into your lungs is not the primo solution. But it was just over like, oh yeah, but it was just like there is just as many dangerous chemicals in weed as there is cigarettes, and I was just like, you're high as fuck if you think that.
I will say, there is one thing about weed that people don't give enough credit, and it's if you smoke it a lot, you genuinely just become a fucking zombie. I have so many friends from high school where all they do is smoke weed every day, and they're just fucking like incapable of thinking for themselves.
Well, that's because they literally did it when their brain was still developing like retards and did it too fast and too much. Literally, its entire thing was you shouldn't smoke weed until you're like over 25 because it interrupts the development of the brain.
That and also like in a moderation, you know?
Yeah.
Because
Everything is safe in moderation.
but like using it as a tool for escapism is fine. But you gotta do that shit in moderation, like everything
Yes.
else.
Indeed.
Otherwise, what makes you any different from someone who's abusing some other substance?
But we will say that the negative consequences from weed have been so much less than alcohol
Yeah, it's still much
and
less.
various
Like,
other things.
like you're
my
not.
favorite part about alcohol is how you don't need a nutrition sheet.
Ooh, I didn't know that one. That's pretty rough.
Like,
that's
hey,
a yikes.
at
You
least
also don't need to list ingredients.
Oh,
at least with weed, you're not like smoking 4 things and then going out and tweaking on people.
Yeah. Like,
So still
I just
highly
don't.
preferable to anything else.
I just don't know why somebody would try coke.
Well, you see,
Sometimes you need a good drink,
it's
man.
America's favorite soda, bro.
God
I
damn
like
it.
how we both went that direction.
I was just like, maybe I'm about to get a genuine answer now.
I think it always starts as like somebody introduces you to it and they like pressure you into it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone actually goes out of their way to be like, yeah, I'm gonna try coke this time.
I don't know. I feel like there's some people who are like, I want to try all the drugs that go out
Yeah.
there to try to harvest all the experiences.
Typically musicians.
True. Not gonna lie. You nailed it. Oh god, and that's why every musician looks like they're a goddamn. What's the one dog that is just all skin? It's like shaggy, or the skin is always like wrinkles and everything, and sometimes they have to get Botox in their face because their skin will sag over their eyes.
I almost said a basset hound. I don't think it's a basset hound.
It might be a basset hound.
I almost said wherever the dog was from Beethoven.
It's not a basset hound, but they're a wrinkly dog as well. Wrinkly dog. This is gonna be my favorite research of all time. A Shar-Pei is a solid choice. Is probably the one I'm thinking most of.
What? Bro, if I wanted
Shar-Pei.
a Shar-Pei, I'd go to Walmart.
Yeah, I don't need a marker, bro.
Anyways, just like every other dog that has genetic defects, these dogs need to have Botox injected into their face sometimes because their skin will literally go over their eyes. So they need to do it so they can keep their eyes open.
Finally, my own plastic dog.
So true.
Damn.
Well, that's like that's how also pit bulls and stuff need reconstructive surgery and things. Certain dog breeds just need certain types of care because they evolutionally just fucked up someplace.
I think that's more on the breeders.
True.
But also, if I was those dogs, I would simply make sure it never happens because I'm superior.
I should have. I was one of those dogs. I would have killed myself right out of the womb just to get it out of the way.
What's wrong with you, buddy?
Because I'm talking about an imaginary scenario where I become a dog that's a genetic defect. Of course, I'm gonna kill myself.
Flawless Orb said, it's a lack of breeding standards. German Shepherds, Pugs, Boston Terriers.
See?
Flawless Orb. That's Val.
That's Val?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I swear to God, every single time I see Val's name in chat, it's different.
You just can't ponder the orb.
But how was, besides dog breeds and everything, we never actually got to talk on the podcast. How was everybody's holidays?
It was pretty good. Pretty good. I actually got stuff for Christmas from people who donated from some school and then just like random donations from people.
Nice.
I got a fuck ton of sweatpants. Like an ungodly amount of sweatpants. I have like 8 pairs of sweatpants now. And I was like, well, I guess I don't need to fucking buy pants anymore for the next like 2 years or 2 decades. And then I got like someone gave me like coffee or something. I was like, oh, hell yeah. You know what one motherfucker gave me? One motherfucker gave me a Bible. Can you believe that?
Oh yeah, you were telling us about that.
Imagine someone loses their fucking house and all of their belongings, and your first reaction is, "Hey, you need to meet God, dude," and they give you a Bible. I was so fucking offended.
Dude, the instruction manual for how to handle a flood is in there. I don't know what you want.
Shut up.
They sent you the right piece of thing. I don't know what you want.
This was not a flood that annihilated most of civilization. It only annihilated most of Western North Kakalaki.
If you think about it, they just give you a very universal tool. You can use it as a hammer. You can use it to start a fire.
Okay, actually, it was extremely heavy. So when I was opening it, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why is this thing like 50 pounds?"
To be fair, honestly, it's pretty like you would only need one boat, and it's just enough to fit 3 people.
Oh my god. But no,
hold on. There was a talk about the Juicy Bible not too long ago, and I think Val wanted to see it. Hold on.
Oh god.
Let me go run and grab it. But continue.
No, but I fucking opened it and saw it was a Bible, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I got this person donated a fucking Bible, like, bro." I was like, if anything, this makes me want to go to church less because the only thing they thought about whenever someone lost their house was like, "Oh, let me get this person a Bible." They should meet God. They should fucking pray or something. I was like, dude.
No, what if you opened the Bible and it was just a deed to their house?
All right. Now imagine.
Okay, that'd be even funnier.
It doesn't say juicy, but imagine getting this wonderful thirsty container in the mail.
Thirsty. I thought
it
was juicy.
I thought it was juicy too. It's just as bad. Juicy and thirsty, practically synonyms. But my favorite part was us opening this up and just finding that there was a Bible in here. Who decided that thirsty was the container that they wanted to put their Bible in? Thirsty for God. Also, apparently I have one of these transforming origami ninja stars in here. It's like some blast from the past and a couple of memes. Remember when I printed out all those wonderful
Remember we used to make those ninja stars and throw them at each other in school?
Oh god, we were menaces.
I remember hitting my history teacher and he was like, "Who the fuck did that?"
Dude, they're fucking deadly weapons. We used to make them all the time. I remember everybody used to ask us to make them.
Yeah.
But my god. It's thirsty for some sweet god juice.
True.
Yeah. But God, I still love that. God, I can't believe we found this in a dumpster. It deserved to be in the dumpster, but it didn't deserve to suffer in the dumpster, and that's why it's in my hands. Circling back to Christmas. Bree got me the start of my mill deck for MTG, and I was given one Jace the Mind Sculptor. And the other present that I got that was really cool was my buddy gave me a replica of the Moon Veil from Elden Ring.
Jace can sculpt my head whenever he wants.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
What? That's pretty cool. We're just gonna ignore what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too distracted by the Moon Veil.
Oh god, I felt so bad. I opened the package and everything, and he was just like, "Don't you recognize it?" I'm like, "Not right now," because it was just an undescribed katana in a box, and he was just like, "It's the Moon Veil," and I'm like, "Oh, my favorite weapon from Elden Ring."
My god.
Actually, that's hard to say now. The dry leaf kicking stuff has been one of my favorite weapons from the DLC, so I don't know. Be torn. I still love the Moon Veil too much. Killed way too many people with it.
Oh yeah. I got a whiteboard.
You got a whiteboard?
Why's it gotta be white?
Yeah, why didn't you get a blackboard? Chalk is so much cooler.
You're right, but I hate the feeling of chalk on my hands. And whenever you're like dragging it across the board and it vibrates, that shit is awful.
You're stupid and buy the wrong chalk.
I'm not buying no fancy fucking $20 chalk.
It's literally the same price as other chalk, and it has a coating on the outside so you don't get any on your hands, and it feels nice to write with, and it's nice and smooth.
I'm not buying no $20 fucking chalk just to draw PPs on my goddamn board, alright?
Alright, so just in case for anybody else out there, because he doesn't want to listen to me, you go over to...
Or how was it, big man? Or how much was it, huh?
you go pick up a set of Hago Romo fucking chalk, and this is some of the
We're not
best chalk in the
sponsored. Why
goddamn
are you
world.
showing them this?
Because it's the best chalk I found. They need to know.
Okay, how much
Well,
was
I'd
it?
hope
How
so. It
much
says
was it?
world's best quality on it.
I know, right?
World's best quality, and they picked it up out of the fucking mud. They're just like,
You know what?
Just make it out of that like candy that tastes like chalk.
I will go and I will see how much it is, just so I can get your bitching out of my ear.
They're like, ooh, piece of marble. We could use this to draw on the fucking walls.
How many of those do you eat a day, Zach?
I try to minimize. I like to stretch them out for longer amounts. Sometimes I act like Parmesan, just put it on the grater.
Oh.
Orb said full touch. What's half touch like? Half touch. I feel like half touch is
There's half touch. Sometimes there's a quarter touch also.
Fun fact: it's
corrode your fingers.
It's $10 for this 12-pack.
Dude.
That means one little stick of chalk is nearly $1.
Yep. That's what you pay for the best chalk. It's really funny. Even the colored variants of it in a similar 12-pack is only $2.50 extra. We're not sponsored by Hagaroma Romo, but
no, I'm not.
My God,
I can't legally say
I love their chalk. So if you ever need a good piece of chalk, Hagaroma. A weird sponsor for chalk.
Could you imagine if like our first sponsorship came from a chalk company?
That'd be great. Legendary.
I'd be like, what in the goddamn?
Oh, because of Zach's sponsorship.
Fucking, the one thing I hate is it feels like everybody gets sponsored by a product and you eventually find out it's garbage, like the honey scam from earlier.
True.
Yeah, that's why you just do it for the money, unless it's honey.
Dude, they are in so much trouble for that bullshit. I don't think they're actually outright getting sued or anything.
That's what they
But
all
I do
say.
think a bunch of people are dropping both Honey and PayPal because of the entire scenario. Yeah. So everybody just watch out what things you're using. Make sure that they're good for you.
Oh yeah, the new drawing tablet I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I like it a lot. Now that I'm used to it.
It was a Gauman, right?
It's a it's actually the same brand as the one that you gave me, Zach. It's a Huion.
It's a Huion? Interesting.
Yeah.
Huion.
I think
Nice.
I think the one that pre-got was the Gauman. I see. God, Huion and Gauman are just the ones that are not being like, God, what's the major company's name for drawing tablets?
Wacom.
Excuse me. Me when
You're not wrong.
Me when I need to Wacom.
Oh, I enjoy my Wacom one so much. You know what they say? What do they Wacom for?
Dear God, did he just Wacom?
Anyways, I'm happy that some companies are actually making it cheaper. Anyways, it's Wacom, but I'm happy that some other companies are actually making cheaper.
Do you have proof of your
tablets.
pronunciation, sir?
Oh, here, hold on.
Pretty sure it's Wacom.
Oh God, me searching how to pronounce Wacom.
Even Val was like, "What am I listening to?" This podcast is nothing but fucking.
We all got on this voice chat, decided to be stupid as hell instead.
I swear to God, this isn't even a podcast. We just call it a podcast so we can troll people.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't know how to tell you this, buddy, but you're actually kind of spot on.
Oh my God!
Shut up! Listen to that, and you're actually pretty close.
Way come.
Way to come, buddy.
Oh my god, I wasn't expecting it to actually be way come.
Oh my god.
You know what they say. You just gotta take the victories when they lie. Oh. That's all the podcast is. The moment we disappear from the podcast for more than a week, we come back with different energy for the next one. Pure chaos. Have you guys seen any good movies recently?
Sonic 3.
It
was a masterpiece. The shit was awesome.
Best honestly, Sonic movie I've seen Sonic so far. 3. Do you want to watch the Sonic movies later, Kazu? I mean, we could play games and just stream it in the background. I don't care either way.
They're doing such a good job of adapting the games.
They are honestly doing a fantastic work with their adaptations.
There were so many Shadow the Hedgehog references in Sonic 3. It was crazy.
Listen,
no way. Sonic references in a Sonic movie.
I just needed him to do one thing, and that was pick up a gun, and he did, and that's all I needed. You know what he didn't say, and I was so sad about it?
What's that?
Chaos Control!
Oh my god, I forgot about Chaos Control.
I was waiting for somebody to say something stupid like Chaos Control, but nobody said it. I was like, damn it.
Do you remember whenever Knuckles picked up the Chaos Emerald and bit into it like a piece of candy?
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler. That didn't actually happen. I'm just fucking around.
I mean, Knuckles is the type of person that would bite the Chaos Emerald, though.
True. Let's be real. He would absolutely eat the shit out of that.
If it was actual just candy instead, he would consume the entire gem instantaneously. Well, besides Sonic 3, oh god, was there any other like really good movies that released recently?
I've been hearing a lot of good things about Nosferatu.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw.
It is really funny because that movie is genuinely just like borderline fucking hentai.
We saw Terrifier in between the last podcast, right?
The last podcast?
Yeah.
Thought we saw that last month or in November.
Did we?
When did Terrifier 3 come out?
When did Terrifier 3 come out? The entire year is fucked up for me now. September 19th. Never mind. My year is just fucked up. What other movie? I could have sworn I went to go see another movie that's driving me nuts. Alright, you be driving.
It's Terrifier 4.
Obviously. At the end of 2024, I definitely want to go see Nosferatu at some point. I've only heard bad things about Venom's Last Dance. Oh, I watched Red 1.
That sounds familiar.
Is it?
Honestly, not that bad. Honestly, The Rock is the worst part of the movie.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And that's
you know about the whole time he was on set for that movie, he would refuse to go to the bathroom, so he'd make staff there bring bottles to him so he could piss in them.
That's hilarious. I also heard it went severely over budget because he just kept showing up late.
Yeah.
Like
he refused to show up on time, and he'd only record for like at most 30 minutes a day.
Oh my god.
I deserved my last rant on Dwayne "The Rock Cock" Johnson. He deserved all the hate I was throwing towards that man.
I'm gonna call my little Johnson.
Honestly, though, out of all the rest of the movie is actually fantastic. I enjoyed Chris Evans in his role. I enjoyed J.K. Simmons. It was all a fantastic movie, actually. And honestly, it had a really deep lore about old mythological creatures that I didn't expect. So if this sort of branches
What
into
the?
them going into various things, I would absolutely love that. Because I really feel like there is an untouched market in cinema for myths and legends, such as Santa Claus or the Headless Horseman or anything along those lines. I feel like we could play into those areas a lot more as society instead of just, I don't know, putting out whatever movie Venom the Last Dance was.
Ain't gonna know what
I
hit
gotta watch the new Venom.
Venom.
Or
Because I watched the
Craven the
last two.
Hunter.
Well, you're not craving him.
No, I'm not craving it. Or Madam Web.
I knew Madam Web was bad when Kojima didn't make any review for it.
Oof. That's
No, no,
rough.
no. He didn't make a review. He just said, I went to see Madam Web today. And that was
Hey,
it.
yeah, that's how I know it was bad.
It was so much funnier looking at that going, ooh. Oh, man. But speaking of those wonderful trash fires of movies, Sony Pictures CEO says Madam Web flopped because the press crucified it. Obviously, our Marvel movies are not terrible films. They were destroyed by critics.
Destroyed by
Yeah.
critics when
Okay,
everyone
buddy.
who I've heard from that's seen that movie said it was fucking boring and dog shit.
I've never wanted a company to just sell off Spider-Man more than fucking Sony. I just don't think they deserve it at this point.
I'm telling you, dude, a lot of movie makers just kind of live in their own fucking bubbles where they're like only talking with yes men. So when their movie
No,
actually comes out and people don't like it, they're like, what the heck? All of my closest friends told me it was crazy.
the worst part is that me and Kazu watched so many of the Sony Pictures things and movies that have come out recently, and as long as it didn't have Marvel's name attached to it, it was fine.
That's why I feel like it's more of a Disney problem.
uh, my God, because what the last one we watched was the Family movie, right? Because that was made by Sony, wasn't it?
Oh, the Mitchells versus Machines.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was Sony.
yeah.
The same guys that made Spider-Verse.
Hmm. And like that movie was fantastic, but for some reason, I also know that no Spider-Man wants to work with Sony. No current Spider-Man, even though they have a thing where they could use Tom Holland in any of the most recent movies. I think they should obviously just bring in a new Spider-Man.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, we already had Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man.
And I
He
want him
was
to
the
be
Green Goblin.
and I want him to be in high school. I want him to be like that Steve Buscemi meme where he's like, "Hello, my fellow kids."
Oh,
uh, God, I I just wish that Sony would drop the Marvel act and stuff because they've been feeding into that, but they have so much better movies out there.
I think they just hire the worst directors.
That could also be it.
They probably get whatever one Disney's like, all right, this will be a good one for this next Spider-Man movie, and they're like, okay.
Because
heard,
like the same company shouldn't be able to release Paddington and Craven.
yeah, I heard that Critical didn't like Craven. And he was making fun of or not the CEO, he was making fun of the director for complaining about people saying that the movie's bad.
Hey, yeah.
I was like, that's
why I
fucking
think they just gotta
hilarious.
hire better directors.
Yeah.
That uh
Because even that movie, oh my god, what was that movie called? The one that we watched together that was so boring, we sat there in silence until it was over.
Oh!
Skinamarink?
Yeah, Skinamarink.
Oh.
That movie was ass cheeks. And it even had well, I want to think it had mixed reception between people who either loved it or hated it. I was one of the people
Well-
that fucking hated it. But
well,
That movie was
obviously,
horseshit. I don't care what anyone tells me.
obviously the people who were scared by that thing also think salt is spicy.
but The I literally watched the Wendigoon video on it, and he was like, "Yeah, you either love this movie or absolutely hate it." And he was talking about how the guy who made the movie was like, it's fine if you hate it. I don't care.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
right response.
Yeah, I was like, that's the I feel like that's the only correct response because you're making art at the end of the day, and not everyone's gonna like whatever art you make.
Very, very true. Hmm. Do you think they're gonna put out another banger soon?
Skinamarink too.
Oh,
Check out Skinamarink 2. It feels just like another terrible YouTube ARG.
I would actually watch it
Ooh.
just so I can, just so I can hate it again.
I don't think I. The only reason I want to watch Winnie the Pooh is because, like, I heard the first one was awful and the second one was actually decent. That's why I want to watch both of them. But I don't think if the first one has ruined my entire just view on the entire series, I don't think I could go and do the second one. I think they burned the bridge of the first one.
But what about Steamboat Willie? There's a horror movie for that coming out next year.
Oh
Oh, I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna go watch it.
Oh, absolutely.
Woo. Just terrible. I love the things going into public domain. Let's make horror movies about them. I love this new genre.
I think also Tintin and Popeye came into public domain.
Oh yeah, I saw there was a Tintin thing being made. I don't know what about, and I don't know if there's a Popeye thing being made.
With Popeye, though, it's weird. You can use Popeye, but you cannot, under any circumstance, have him eat spinach.
The spinach
Really?
is
So
very
weird,
important.
yeah.
Spinach is
Wait, hold
very
on.
important.
So what you're telling me is that if my dog eats like lettuce or like arugula or kale or anything else, that's perfectly fine for his muscles to grow at that point. But spinach is where we draw the lines. What if I use the exact same animation, but the label on the outside of the can just says kale?
It'd probably be fine, honestly.
Oof. Gotta love getting away with oh, that's similar to the thing that I was talking with Bree about earlier because we were going through regular show and we arrived at the happy birthday episode
Oh
where they
god.
rewrite the birthday song. And I was like, yeah, did you know that they originally had like somebody had copyrights over the happy birthday song and it was just a terrible time? And she's just like, what? And I found out that the happy birthday song is in fact in public domain now. And Warner Brothers was soon sued in fucking 2016 like they deserved. Apparently those assholes were making 2 million a year off of the happy birthday song.
We gotta
Time
kill
for
him.
me to copyright that song.
It's in public domain, you can't copyright it.
That's what you think.
Companies have been getting away for ages, I guess you're right.
My god.
You have enough money, you can do anything.
Uh looping back to a previous topic we had talked about in the podcast, Katakawa now has Sony owning 10% of its shares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Prevents that one company from doing a hostile takeover now, which is good.
Yep, because I did not know this as well. It is a Korean company, and they had recently brought in a law that Japanese companies could be hostily taken over by companies from different countries. I also know that there was a couple of things that led to Katakawa having a less than stellar year. And I wish them the best now. I hope this is a good partnership that actually leads to everything, including all of my anime seasons being in one fucking place. I don't care, man. I don't care about a monopoly or streaming or whatever, as long as the entire series is one place. I shouldn't have to go get season 1 on Hulu, season 2 on Netflix, and then seasons 3 through 5 on Crunchyroll. Streaming it
Okay, you
I-
is
get
the
season
dumbest
1 and 3
ploy.
on one platform, then the rest on 6 other platforms.
you know,
Ugh.
I agree. It is annoying when that happens.
I think there should just be a law or regulation that if you have a series, you should have the entire series rather than a portion of it.
I will say, and I hate saying this because my heart
Thank
doesn't,
you, Angel.
my heart doesn't, my heart doesn't like believe it as
Hmm.
much as I want to say it. But it's like, I'm okay with a monopoly as long as it is a monopoly that is good to consumers.
Yeah.
And it feels so bad saying that.
Well, that's because, you know, we've
'Cause
allowed.
Monopoly, the board game's pretty bad, bro.
It's because like every monopoly is just objectively bad because no one should have like every one of something. But it's like if it's to like bring everything together and they're offering it as like they're offering it for cheap and it's like a net positive for the consumer as opposed to like being broken up and owned by a bunch of different companies where you're paying like multiple subscriptions for multiple things, then you know.
All I'm saying is all we've done is instead of one company, just a large company in name, instead now that company just has 17 other companies that conveniently they have underneath their umbrella. And yeah, they just squash any competition that's coming into the place. And, you know, it's all good. It's all fantastic. We don't have monopolies anymore. That's a very defeatist attitude. We're actually making good headway, though I don't know because Trump replaced the head of the FTC, so who knows what the next person's going to do. If a bunch of things in the past that have been going really well with the FCC and the FTC get reversed because of our president, it's terrible. That's all I gotta say. It's just terrible. I hate living in this country so much. There's so many disasters going on.
Also, I didn't get to say this earlier, but hey, Angel, welcome.
Speaking of monopolies, Meta currently has a problem with all of their headsets.
Oh, of course.
No way.
So there was a there was a statement from Meta that there was an update that got pushed out that bricked a bunch of headsets. And if your headset wasn't under warranty, they weren't going to replace it.
That sounds like a lawsuit to me. That sounds like a heavy lawsuit. Holy shit. So, let me get this straight. Let me make sure I heard this right. So, they released an update that bricked consumers' products, and they said we're not going to replace it because we fucked up.
Yep.
It's pretty average for
Dude.
most companies.
Dude, that sounds like free money right there. Holy shit. I mean, you know, assuming you have the money to take them to court over it, you would fucking win that shit in a
Most
heartbeat.
people don't.
Yeah, but if you did, right? Like if they just randomly pissed off some other rich person, that dude takes them to court, they're making a fuck ton of money out of that lawsuit.
If my entire job was to just take funds and go sue companies for what other people wish they could sue them for, I would love to have that job.
You know, actually, realistically, you could do a civil suit.
True, just stack up like signatures and everything.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, you could do a civil suit and then make it a like an actual
become a popular content creator to just start civil suing all the companies.
No, like genuinely, if you won the civil suit, it would be like those
The refund things where you get like a massive amount back.
Yeah, yeah,
Or not a
where
massive amount, but you get
yeah,
a
yeah,
small
like you,
amount back.
yeah, where you get those messages where it's like, hey, by the way, you might be entitled to this amount of money because of a recent lawsuit that was settled. Yeah, those things.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah.
Oh yeah.
this entire thing is just wild to me. I'm like, that's a bad move. I don't know if you're I don't I know it wasn't Mark's decision. It was just Meta. But oh my god, was it terrible. You can see by this entire statement, Mark Zuckerberg is nowhere near here. This is a company business, and they have to take care of it. I wonder how much he's involved in the headset business. Now that I think about it, probably a lot less now. He probably mainly tests the products when they're coming through.
What, Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah,
He wants his whole company to be using headsets at all hours of the day.
that's actually pretty neat.
Dude wants to start the singularity.
Yeah, that's why he's putting so much money into his stupid metaverse thing.
Yeah. I've never once been tempted to go to the metaverse.
You know, isn't it kind of ironic that he spent all that time IRL working on being presentable to the public so people stop calling him a lizard person just for him to be like, I want everything to be online.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of ironic?
No, he was always the always online man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it came to a point where people were bullying him so much that he was just like,
Yeah.
I need to be presentable in real life when
Yeah, but
his
he
goal
had
is
already
when his
he
goal
had
is to
already
put everyone
bought-
online.
he had already bought Oculus at that point. When he was transforming from lizard to wizard.
Oh my god. Lizard the wizard.
But yeah. It's just funny to me. I get I love seeing what statements like a head of a company will come out and deal with, and others are just like, I feel the energy of just like directly within the company, somebody within the actual company fucked up and now they have to fix it.
I do want to know.
Oh?
I want to know how much money he spent trying to like fix his reputation from being a lizard man.
Probably not anything. He just probably just kept working out and got more sun.
No, remember
I
he
think it all
also.
changed when he threatened to beat the fuck out of Elon Musk, and then
Oh!
Elon Musk backed out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that might be. Yeah,
You're talking
that would
about when
be
his
like a big
reputation
thing.
changed.
Yeah, I think that's the moment everyone's like, okay, he's actually kind of a funny guy.
Yeah, because we all saw he was jacked, and he had like so many like actual incredible accomplishments already. With like, didn't he already do the Iron Man or whatever?
Yeah.
He
And
he
he's
had like
been doing fighting lessons for literally years.
Hey, also he did that song with fuck, who did he do that song with?
Lil Jon.
Oh,
no, it
yeah.
was T-Pain.
Oh yeah, it was T-Pain, yeah. I was thinking
Eh.
T-Pain, but I was like, I don't know if it was
Hey,
T-Pain.
yeah, I thought T-Pain at first also.
It was so weird to see it as the combination for it. Just like, ah, yes, it's fucking Mark Zuckerberg and T-Pain, the two people I thought it was going to be. Ah, such a good rendition of that song too.
Could you imagine if
The
he actually paid money to lobby for people to stop calling him a lizard, though? How funny that would be.
he wouldn't do that because that
I'm
doesn't
pretty sure he
stop
just
that.
embraces it now.
Yeah,
No, but
He- that's
imagine a world
No!
where imagine a world where instead of him like, trying to do it the hard way, he's just like, hey, take $5,000 and go tell people I'm not a lizard.
That's
If it
He
was
was-
like young Mark Zuckerberg, he probably would have done that.
Elon would go sue people actively if they started calling him other names.
Oh no, he absolutely go sue people.
Now, Mark Zuckerberg, since
Shit, he might
was
just ban him on Twitter too.
since he
No,
was
he already
such a
does.
Oh yeah, and if you ban him, he still pops up in your feed because you can't ban him.
Yep.
Oh, fuck Elon Musk. Anyways, I think Mark Zuckerberg was just part of a different thing. He was part of the internet already. He knew that those people, if you don't embrace that sort of thing, it just comes back at you harder. Like, I feel like Facebook would have been way more ruined by him freaking out and suing people over being called a lizard than the data like selling. if we're in the alternate universe where he had such a fragile ego that he went around attacking people for being called a lizard. I think people would have way more concern over that controversy, and Facebook would have died a bit faster. Though Facebook isn't technically dead.
Yeah,
No,
no matter what, Facebook's not gonna die.
Too many
no
old
company
people.
is technically dead, but we can talk about dead internet theory a different time.
No, man, did you see that shit where Facebook and Instagram are gonna start putting AI profiles for people?
You know what? Let's talk about this. Why did the first AI VTuber break the hype train?
I actually saw a community note for that. I didn't get to read what it was about, but let me check real quick, cause
Check to see if it's real.
yeah, cause you
Because
saw that from Dexerdo, right?
no, I saw it from a different or maybe it was from Dexterito.
Yeah, let me find it again real quick, cause I saw a community note on it. Let's see, Dexerdo. Oh, God, they post. Oh, here it
Everybody
is. Hold up.
else's.
Oh, okay, I see. It was just adding additional information. So like she's not a completely AI powered thing. Like she has people that are managing her software in the background and like
Yeah,
making it so that the AI doesn't do anything weird or stupid,
yeah,
which
that
is
has to
like
be there.
yeah,
I'm s-
that it's
I
like that's like what's the point of telling people this information?
no, my
I mean,
main thing.
it's important, I guess, for like people that are thinking, "Oh, this is like purely AI," when it's not. But
Well, a lot of things aren't even actually like purely AI either.
yeah,
A lot of it is still like supervised.
yeah,
Yeah,
But people
but
see the word AI and get scared.
I don't think AI was supposed to be used for this purpose.
for
And
streaming.
using it in this way feels like a cheat to genuine human connection. Because it takes away a spot from millions of viewers that somebody else could have taken. An actual person, not a team behind a bot.
I mean, I think that's the only purpose of AI is to replace jobs. You know,
This isn't a job, though. This is supposed to be an art. This is supposed to be something creative. You're
what
supposed to be
streaming?
enjoying this.
No,
Yeah.
streaming is a job if you as
Yeah.
long as you're making it one. You know.
You can make anything a job. What I'm saying is that streaming is supposed to be a way to get you out. If you make it a job, then you're just making a job out of you, and that just seems tedious to me. And that's why a bunch of creators just go through burnout all the time. And I feel like this just takes away from so much of the communities that honestly, I feel like it's just a huge detriment and it should just be removed. Including the previous AI streams that they had where it was like AI generated Simpsons episodes or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think another big part of it is also the fact that people are watching it. You know
I don't care.
what?
I
What?
don't care if it breaks the biggest hype train and a bunch of people are watching it. It's a giant detriment to the
No,
community.
no, I'm saying it's bad that people are watching it because them watching it is like that's the
Yeah,
reason that it's an issue.
they're
It wouldn't be an
no,
issue if nobody
yeah,
watched it, you know?
true. Yeah, I feel like it's not. Pirate Software is already going to try to break it and everything. So good on him. He's gonna give it a go. But I think it's just going to cause so much more problems down the line. I don't It's the same way that YouTube has you put whether you have AI content
Hmm.
now
Which is
is
good, very good.
yes, extremely good. It makes it so much easier to actually differentiate content and it makes it so much nicer for the viewers that don't want to see just AI generated schlop.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And then there's the dead internet theory where most of the things you interact with online are just bots anyways. So congratulations, the entire internet's basically a giant AI that keeps you yelling at the same invisible people that don't exist.
Yeah, AI is kind of just like a net negative for any expressive thing that humans are capable of doing, but it like certain things like damn, what was that thing that I saw about a year
I
back? It was they were using AI to like find the signs of cancer in people. I thought that was
yeah.
a net positive.
No, well, AI can always be a net positive. It's the fact that a bunch of people saw it as just a shortcut to an actual person. And that probably caused the most problems when they were changing over automated systems and replacing them so AIs were doing them and everything. And just like every single time you just replace somebody with an AI, just has always appeared to be a net negative for certain things.
Like these nuts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Continuing in the AI talk, NVIDIA believes the robotics market is about to explode just like ChatGPT.
That makes sense because feel like I feel like the whole chatbot thing is kind of just a bubble waiting to pop, you know?
I think it'll be fine.
Especially because I think the I think they don't really understand the market for it either. Because a lot of people want a chatbot to do shit like fucking talk to without filters, but a bunch of companies are just like, hey, let's make this as filtered as possible and then only sell it to other big companies. And then other big companies will buy a single one, and there's like fucking thousands of them on the market that no one else is buying, and they're like, fuck, we spent like 10 years working on this model that no one's buying. And no, none of the consumers want to use it because it's fucking dog shit and it has filters everywhere. So it's literally like you're talking to a brick wall. So like, what's the point of our product? There is no point. No one, none of the
You
companies are buying it for the express purpose of customer service, and none of the users are using it because it's fucking dog shit.
you are right in regards though, because Nvidia is like the top end for selling AI generating chips right now. So, or yeah, AI trading accelerators and GPUs. So, when you sell the shovels, might as well go where the market is.
Hmm.
uh,
That's why. That's also why. Character
do you,
AI is dying, but they're dying for multiple reasons. Like they're losing a lot of fucking
with how much
money.
we've seen everybody moving into robotics, how far do you think we're actually going to get with innovation for robotics?
Pretty far.
Yeah, I think right now is kind of like the breakthrough phase.
Yeah.
Once they figure out the ins and outs of bipedal robot bullshit, then I think it'll become way easier to actually make. And then all
Yeah,
that's left is, you know, making those robots better, I guess.
true. Function better, maneuver better,
Yeah.
interact with the consumer better.
Mm-hmm.
On a lighter note, Half-Life 3 has reportedly begun active playtests.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Uh, let's see. Let's see. According to a reputable leak and data miner Gabe Follower, Valve has been conducting playtests for HLX, believed to be Half-Life 3, over the last few months. What's especially interesting about this development is that similar playtests were held for the MOBA/hero shooter hybrid Deadlock, which led to its art style being completely reworked twice over 2 years, and for Half-Life Alyx, which was delayed in 2020 for rewrites as a result. Let's see. These rewrites even led Jay Pinkerton and Eric Wolpel to return to the company after leaving in 2017. It's speculated that they are also working for HLX, as they recently confirmed that they are not involved with the world building or story of Deadlock. Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't forget the voice actor for G-Man from Half-Life posted for the first time on social media in 4 years to be like, teasing Half-Life. And now everyone's like, oh, it's actually happening, isn't it?
Oh, fuck.
It's so
Oh.
funny that they were so close to the Game Awards with all of this. And they were like, nah.
That's because Valve knows they don't need the Game Awards to hype up their own games.
True.
You know how you hype up your own games? You make good games.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say they make good games. They are responsible for all the microtransactions today.
All right, listen, besides the microtransactions, Deadlock is pretty fired.
And Deadlock is good. But what is
Yeah.
going to happen to it on full release? How monetized is it going to be?
I don't know. That's for future me
Exactly.
to worry about.
Oh my goodness.
As long as I can play the characters, I don't really care about passes anymore. I think I've finally broken out of FOMO.
I don't have FOMO now that Fortnite's bringing everything back. I don't believe it exists for any other game I play now.
That's honestly really fair. Like,
ca-
But I also only play like 3 games.
counterpoint, right?
Hmm.
All of us are affected by FOMO, and my reasoning is that if you bought anything from the Fortnite stuff that they're bringing back, then you're a direct victim of FOMO.
No.
No. So sorry,
It's
sir.
just because I
Carry on.
wanted something and it came back. It means I'm a victim. I don't think that's how that works, man.
No, yeah, it is. It definitely is. It's a marketing tactic. It's part of the whole
I
FOMO
mean,
thing.
everything's a marketing tactic.
Yeah, but that doesn't take away from the statement. So, like, them bringing something back that you know hasn't been back in a long time, and you're like, oh shit, I want this. That's a direct result of FOMO. That's part of the tactic.
I guess.
It's not like it's
I
bad.
guess,
Like
yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad or anything. You know, I mean, I'm also a victim of FOMO just as much as the rest of us are. So,
Oh, I know you are. With how many gacha games you play.
hello. Hey, I play all of the anime ones for free though. It's just the ones that we all play together I don't play for free.
I
Like the difference between me and the average FOMO user is I can sell my Fortnite account right now and not miss it.
hmm. I think it depends on the FOMO.
I actually thought about selling my Roblox account. Because 30,000 US dollars is pretty good.
True.
And that's if you even actually get that.
Yeah.
Also
I was
true.
also like looking around and shit for it, and I was like, this is a lot of goddamn work. I'm gonna not do this right now.
Yeah, to make that kind of sale, you have to do quite a bit to make that happen.
Yeah.
And then you gotta make sure it's actually somebody interested in buying that account in general.
Yeah, and not like a Roblox mod waiting to ban me.
Exactly. Did you know they actually have a full team of people that will look at like people selling their accounts just to buy them and then ban the person permanently?
Ooh.
That's awesome.
'Cause it's against their TOS to sell accounts.
uh well, I should definitely sell my League account at some point.
I'll sell
Or-
my League account with my one free skin on there.
oh god, I probably would never sell my League account, but I don't think I'm ever booting up League again.
I should sell my Steam account.
Oof. Yeah, how much is your Steam account worth?
I think like 12K.
Hmm. How much is my? Oh no. Oh yeah. How much is? What was that site? How much is my Steam account worth?
Holy moly, Twitch ads are the most annoying thing. I'm also streaming on YouTube, Bell.
I I remember that the last time I looked at this calculator, I did not have my. It was during the sale, so clearly it should be different.
Okay, my account's worth $9,853.
Mine is worth $10,031.
I actually don't know how much mine's worth. Do you guys have a little thingy that you're using?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
my God.
oh, the Steam thing. I see.
Yeah. I definitely need to play more of my games to get my actual account value up.
Oh yeah,
There's
baby.
like 200 plus games to play on my
Ugh.
account.
My account value is
I-
$1,100. Let's go. All those free to play games are really racking up, you know.
Oh yeah.
I got 32% of my games played. Oh, I played Yakuza for a stream not too long ago, and that went fantastic. Except
Nice.
for me fighting a fucking Kuze. Cause I didn't buy any healing items or anything, so I just Dark Souls the fight. Which was hilarious, but my god, did my ass get kicked several times. I know Kazu was watching my stream
Mhm.
while I was making my way through Yakuza 0.
You know, I'm still waiting for you to finish that Stranding. You want to play
Mm.
Terraria so bad.
No, I said I would do Death Stranding and the Metal Gear series. I put
Yeah.
way more emphasis on it.
So
Because
far, you've done one stream. What was that, like 3-4 months ago now?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Making progress.
Making progress. We just like the walking sim, it takes a little bit of time for us to get there, but if everybody is patient, all of a sudden new content will flood to my YouTube page and the streaming. Or not. I can't promise you anything.
You gotta play before the second game comes out.
That's fair. That's honestly fair. That's my main goal. How many games I've said, man, I should play this before the other ones come out.
You know, at least play Metal Gear Solid 3 before the remake comes out.
That's also true. I actually did start playing that. I actually got a good chunk into it.
Good.
God, what else? What else do we got in the world today? Huge win for California parents as judge allows ban on addictive feeds. Ooh.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hate when food's addictive.
A big part of the law is that it focuses on what they call addictive feeds. They're the recommendation algorithms social media platforms use to keep users glued to their screens. This is all based on things like browsing history, device info, and previous interactions. Now, I don't want to say anything, but I'm gonna blame Gen X for giving all their kids iPads.
No, it's fair.
I feel like we have an innate ability where if we want to, we could technically doom scroll for a while, but we also have the ability to just remove ourselves from it. We don't have the same like overall qualities that we would qualify to an iPad kid that we usually make fun of, such as Goopy. But
I think they shouldn't be allowed to use social media or anything until they're like 16 plus.
yeah,
Then they're forced to at least develop half their frontal lobe.
true. I don't It's also a thing that I just don't think parents should be giving electronics to their kids at like age 2, 3, 4. Just stick the phone, the iPad in front of them. Yeah, they're looking at it and their dopamine receptors are getting demolished by it. So great. Now by the time they get into school, they can't pay attention and you're wondering why they suck. And you know, I just blame the parents now. You know what? I blame Apple. They made the first touchscreen device. That was the biggest mistake of their day. Wait, did he make the first the first portable touchscreen device? Might be the better claim.
Let's see. The first touchscreen phone was made by IBM.
Oh,
Nice.
all right, IBM. I blame you.
This is why nobody talks about you, IBM.
This is why all.
Last
This
good
is
thing
why.
they made was a keyboard.
This is why. This is why you only sell cheap laptops to companies now. Hold on, actually, let me actually go see. IBM actually might be doing really really well,
You know what
honestly.
IBM stands for?
High bowel movement.
No, I'm bitch made.
That's fantastic.
My favorite thing about IBM is how like, whenever they try to do anything, they start like threatening another company that's doing the same thing. They get a threat back and they back down instantly.
I'm so happy I went and looked at what they're currently working on, and it's just all AI and shit.
Yeah, AI is gonna be a big part of the future going forward.
They
No matter
still
what people want. I
they still make servers, surprisingly. I think.
think their server business is when they're most profitable.
View all products. What products do you still make, IBM? Show me.
That one.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the worst interface for a website. It's just white on white. It's very clean looking, but all of this is just like AI nonsense, and none of it looks like actual products. They have 665 products. I don't believe you. And even if I go here and there's an actual object here, I'm going to be so pissed. They don't even have an image. It's just a blank thing, and you have to read the description of it. It's so terrible. That's such a bad design. No wonder why nobody goes shopping at their website.
Yeah, what happens when you peak in the 90s?
Ugh. All right. Last topic I have, but I can look for more. Anyways, based on leaked SoC picture, it appears that the parts within the Nintendo Switch are older motherboards and technology from 2018 instead of what everybody was hoping was a newer refresh.
I don't know why people would hope for newer parts from Nintendo.
I have no idea either. I do admit it's a little bit disappointing to hear that it's all the way back from 2018, but what can I say? That's what we thought they were going to. I thought they were going to release the leak for it in 2021, but they didn't. They just kept rocking the sales of the Nintendo Switch. That's probably really what that was the main thing, is that they were like, oh, COVID hit, everybody was buying Switches anyways. We don't have to improve right now. I can see it. We'll just continue developing it in the background. Ugh. And now way too many things have leaked for the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo has not said anything about the Nintendo Switch yet. 2.
That's because they're probably trying to make an epic montage of a video to sell people on it. And then people go to buy and be like, wow, there's just the same 5 games on this one too.
Oh, I was about to make the same joke. Them going to scan the 5 games they could try to con people into buying the Switch 2. Go deep into the warehouse, find Mario's corpse. I
I really don't know what they could do to really make the Switch 2 like outstanding. 'Cause a lot of people are comparing it to like the Steam Deck OLED, and they're like, that's basically as strong as this. But the Steam Deck OLED's far superior just because of PC gaming.
yeah. I the main complaints could be bad performance or bad battery life, but like I don't know what everybody expected from Nintendo. What everybody wanted was an actual generational leap, but Nintendo tends to, how do we say, ride old technology as long as they can.
The only like new tech they have in there is like a custom NVIDIA APU,
Yeah. And other than that, nothing else
but
is anything
everyone's
impressive.
also worried that it's not going to last long because it has Samsung made parts, and Samsung parts are pretty bad.
That's very fair, honestly. Samsung has been getting quite the reputation in the manufacturing chipset over. Ooh, I even think before COVID, they were getting
Yeah,
sort of
they've
a
been on a downward
reputation.
slope for a while.
Like people weren't even able to trust their SSDs or anything. Ah, man, Samsung can make phones, but they can't make chipsets. Kind of funny. Did you I have a more negative topic,
Oh, great.
but it is one that Kazu will really love.
Is it truly?
Kojima says Odie and Fizzink were both impacted by SAG strike.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either, honestly.
I want to know one thing that wasn't affected by that at this point.
It's honestly surprising that this is happening again. And the only reason it was delayed before was because actors paid out of pocket to keep it going to delay the strike till now.
Nice, nice.
Like other good people were donating to the lesser actors to make sure everybody was getting paid a decent amount and making sure everybody in just the overall world of Hollywood was just getting paid a better amount. And for some reason up until I want to know eventually somebody will understand that this is a scam and it will fall apart. But I just want to know when the person is earning the money and getting all that money, do they also see the end of it, or are they also delusional and don't think it's going to come to an end? Because eventually there should probably be the right things placed. Do you think Hollywood would more likely move if stricter regulations were placed on acting?
No, I don't think they'll move. I think they'll just find ways to bypass it. Because
That's
that's what
fair.
they seem to always do whenever a new restriction happens.
It's just wild to me. It just feels like there's always problems in Hollywood.
Well, it's Hollywood. California. Nothing good happens there.
True. All those hobos shitting on the street.
Oh, buddy. I'm one of them. You better watch your mouth.
Oh, I'm
Whoa,
so
buddy. Wipe your
sorry.
ass first, then talk to us.
Yeah, you were talking about shitting in your seat earlier.
Ew.
Uh, did you God, did you see the good did you see the good joke about Vermintide 2?
Oh, the
Asthma?
one where you're like,
Oh,
oh,
Yeah.
it's
where you...
finally worth
Yeah.
paying for.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
$3 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, completely worth it. Oh god. I don't have really much anything else. So unless you guys do.
I got a lot of nothing.
Um,
Oh, how's
Kind of
your
a dry spell right now.
how has your watch through Squid Game been going?
Pretty good. I'm on episode 6.
Ooh, you enjoying the the fuckery?
I'm enjoying everything past the one fucking scene in the bathroom.
That's very fair. I didn't actually mean the fucking scene in the bathroom. That was purely coincidence. I meant fuckery is just the killing and everything, but that really fucked me up on that one. I had watched all of season 1 and season 2 and 3, and I have been enjoying it. And honestly, Netflix did the Netflix thing where season 2 and season 3 are technically feel like the whole season, but like they broke it up.
We should have to wait like a whole year for the next season.
True, it's just
Only a
coming out
couple
next
months.
year. Yeah. Which is fantastic. They're actually on top of it. I appreciate that they're just breaking it up in a nicer way. It's not the usual way that some people would break up a series. Like you
Oh, you
hate to
mean like Attack on Titan, the finale, the final chapter, part 1, part 2, part 3?
somebody is making an alternative end to Attack on Titan.
And
I
don't they
think
also do a movie that's an alternative ending to it?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a movie. But I saw that a person was making
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I also saw that someone had made a new JJK ending with AI and shit, and people are like, dude, this is fucking awful. Like, you need to stop.
like
Oh
you
yeah, I saw that too.
to any dumbass trying to express feelings with AI, you can't. Don't try.
Not just that, but like, it's already awful to try to rewrite someone's story, but it's even worse when you're trying to
Okay,
do it
wait,
with
hold on.
AI.
Hold on. There's no problem rewriting someone's ending as long as it was terrible. Fan fiction has always existed. I think it's perfectly acceptable for anybody to create an alternative ending to a series if they didn't like it. I also appreciate when everybody agrees that the original ending was terrible and they go back and do it all again. See Full Metal Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Well, Fullmetal Alchemist, it was adapted wrong in the first place because the source material wasn't done when they made the first anime.
True. I've still been
Yeah, they
going.
should just call it Half Metal Alchemist.
I've been I've been going through Jujutsu Kaisen and it's been an experience. It's really good. I like it. It's anime.
It is indeed anime.
But it's like I hate to say it to everybody out there. Kind of like basic bitch anime though. I
Like
don't know how to
JJK?
tell everybody this. Yeah, it's just like it's just replacing something else that somebody wanted.
I mean, it's a
Like
shonen, isn't it? Actually, maybe it's
Jujutsu
not a shonen. It might be a seinen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, if you're really looking at it, is just a more violent Naruto.
Actually, I need to look up to see if it's a shonen. I'm pretty sure it's a shonen, but
Yeah, it's a shonen. I just looked it up.
no.
And,
So
and
yeah,
I don't think
it's just generic battle shonen.
yeah. And like the it that's the one thing that's it's what like when we were going over my anime list scores and you were just saying how lopsided some of my scores were and somehow the other ones were just in the right place you felt, and it was just like whenever I hit a default basic bitch anime I gave it a good score, but then it was something I liked that probably didn't deserve a score immediately went to the top of my list. Because scores are subjective. But my God, I feel like people should be able to, after a certain point, be able to just go, this is just basic bitch shit. I should get more quality content. Though it's not as bad as any of the other like replacements for big threes that I've seen over the years. So not bad.
When I'm watching stuff like that, I never think of them as like being a replacement for any of the big names. I'm just kind of like, what? I'm kind of just like, Was the story good? Did it end well? How's the animation? Was there any like issues with production?
It eventually is an image that appears in the back of my mind. I'm like, it's basic. I finally figured it out. I don't know. It always.
Now, what I think is a basic bitch anime are things like In Another World with My Smartphone, where they're very clearly just cash grabs that they're making to sell merchandise.
I don't think that's a. I don't think that's a basic bitch anime.
No,
at
it
that point.
1000% is, because they're only making it to sell merch.
Yeah, but that's because they're just trying to get in on the isekai hype and all the harem
Yeah,
hype and all
exactly.
that
That's what makes it a
Yeah.
basic bitch anime. Is
No,
they're like,
because
let's exploit
people,
people's hype.
Yes, but not a lot of people watch it. What I'm trying to say is that it's a basic bitch anime because a lot of people watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well,
In Another World with My Smartphone, people knew it was bad. People avoided it, but
and
also
it got a
people
season
watched
2. It got a season 2.
Yeah, and other animes have gotten season 2 that have been terrible.
I don't think JJK is a basic bitch anime, because if something's good, people are obviously gonna watch it. You know, it's like Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is not a basic bitch anime. It's just
Attack on
really
Titan
good,
is-
so
Hang
everyone watched it.
on.
Attack on Titan is a basic
It
bitch
doesn't have to
anime.
be good to get a sequel. Look at Overwatch 2.
That's not a sequel. You're lying to yourself if you think that's a sequel. Sequels improve upon the product. They only removed things from Overwatch.
I would like to know a sequel that actually improved on the product.
Oof. All right, buddy. You got me on
That
that
list
one.
is very slim, buddy.
That list is very slim. So what we're saying is, if you're not comfortable with doing your sequel, don't.
You just plan your like 5+ games or stories or whatever 20 years in advance, like Kojima.
No.
Just figure out your shit from day one and go from there.
You know, Zach, I'm thinking about it. I think I agree with both of our points. Because on one hand,
Look at this
like,
sitter.
no, on one hand, no, I'm saying both points are like good.
Valid.
Yeah, both points are valid, because on one hand, you're saying, like, you know, it's a basic bitch anime, that being JJK, because when people normally talk about JJK, it's like the only thing they've watched. It's like the barrier to entry thing, where like, oh yeah, I watch anime, and then they only list like 2 anime. It's JJK and like Naruto or something. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Like, there's this saying that cringe people in the anime community use. They call people tourists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's like exactly what that is, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of it as like my own personal thing, where I'm like, oh, this is literally like slop that someone made to sell shit to you, and specifically to sell stuff to like horny teenagers. That's normally what I think of.
Is that you're describing it as a basic bitch anime, but I don't think everybody goes out of their way in large. I think when we think of basic bitch, it's always the thing that everybody's getting or everybody's going after.
Yeah.
Because it's always like pumpkin spice and all the other bullshit in the world. I think the way you're describing it, I understand. I think the companies and studios at that point would be more described as cookie cutter, because they're just printing out something, no matter how basic it is.
They're trying to sell you a product. That's literally it.
Yeah. I agree with you. I just don't agree that it's a basic bitch product, but it is basic. My entire problem is with the word bitch, apparently. But yeah, no, God, like, I don't think Dan could be would Dan be considered a basic bitch anime by now because of its popularity?
I would say no because it kind of filtered a lot of the people that would be
Ah, from the
quote unquote
first, yeah,
tourists from the first episode. Yeah, it had the Goblin Slayer effect.
yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
crazy?
You gotta sieve the casuals out.
hmm it is actually so funny, like how different media is okay with people unless it's anime specifically with uh a controversial scene in it. Like you can put it in a fantasy setting in like a live action or something, and people are perfectly fine with it. But the moment it's in an anime, it's like, whoa, buddy.
Well, that's because no matter how much I think it's because a lot of people attribute the style of anime to just cute, just the overall quality of cute. So
hmm
seeing something so horrible in that style just is not, it's just too much for a good portion of people.
I'm surprised that Happy Sugar Life didn't get as much flack as it uh should have, because that anime is fucked up. It is literally like the definition of everything that somebody would hate about anime, aside from fan service, because it doesn't have fan service. It's a psych horror, and it literally has like the first episode of Goblin Slayer, but that's the entire anime.
I think I think the main problem is that the depravity of the internet just grows by the day. And so the community itself just grows a little bit more depraved by the day. I think
People
that we
also just
all
can't
see
separate reality from fiction most of the time.
true.
Like
I
they see
mean,
something on screen and they start
I
losing their fucking shit. Like, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And you're
I mean
like,
to be
you're
to
like, dude, then just don't watch it.
to
Like
be
that's
fair,
the point.
we're already starting out like with wild into this year with the incidents going on around the world. Like truth be told, reality might be stranger than fiction. uh but
I
yeah,
certainly do
I'm
feel like I'm in a fucking TV show right now. Like it's some sick joke.
so true. Oh god, I can't wait for it's coming out in 3 days. Oh, that's great.
What is it?
Solo leveling.
Oh, is it the movie?
No, it's the start of the second season.
Oh, is it a set? Oh wait, did the movie already come out? They were working on a movie, weren't they?
Maybe, but I don't think so. Hold on.
Well, shit.
Oh yeah, Reawakening. It released December 6th, 2024.
Oh, nice.
It gave you a sneak peek to the upcoming season.
Oh, okay.
It was like a
Interesting.
couple of teasers from the episodes, and then it's to lead into the actual second season.
Very
God,
interesting.
is there any other ones that I should really catch up on Blue Exorcist. I'm gonna be honest. Wait, hold on. Possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. I should actually watch that. I've read that. You know what my criteria is when I'm going through this list
Oh.
it's always, have I read it? Cool, I'm watching it. I will always watch the anime adaptation of anything I've read, just because I like to see where they make cuts, try to get a refresh of what the actual story is like, just because some of my mangas have been going on for goddamn centuries, and my god, I could use story refreshes every once in a while. I'm I'm so happy we're getting more Tower of God, because my god, we're already in like the 500 chapter. So anything that could refresh my fragile memory. But yeah, there's probably a bunch of these that I'm probably going to look through, because they've been surprisingly adapting a bunch of the mangas I've been reading recently. It's been something that's been quite interesting. Oh my
Actually,
god.
You know, I'm glad that you told me about that solo leveling thing because I need to watch it. That show has intrigued me.
Yeah.
I still hate how they ended the first season though.
Yeah.
Even though I understand it was to lead directly into season 2.
There is two major things that will go down in the second season, and I know what both of them are. And I think they're right in pace with how it should have been done.
Yeah, like it's like in a
I
vacuum,
understand.
the end
Yeah.
of a season should be like the end of an arc, not like the end of an arc and the beginning of the next one.
I hate when they like tease it into the next one. Then what if you
Yeah.
don't make a next one?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, imagine if their production just fell through completely and they're like, sorry guys, we're not releasing season 2. And you're like,
Oh,
why the hell did
cool.
you make the end of season 1 then?
Just got to deal with idiots over at the production company. Oh, we thought we could milk it for a couple more seasons. Honestly, though, really looking forward to a couple of the new series starting up this month.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I finished Demon Lord 2099. That anime was awesome. I was very surprised, actually. I was surprised it was that good. I thought it was just gonna be like more slop. Because it's like, I'm not joking, it is literally a demon lord that becomes a VTuber after reality just becomes like mega fucked.
Oh, I didn't even know this one was coming out with a series. I'm so excited. That sounds.
It sounds horrible, right? Like, I
You
mean,
just-
the premise is
What's
like
with all
kind of
the streamer
interesting.
type animes that they've been coming out with?
I know, right? But no, like, it was genuinely like really good.
Now, good quality content is I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time.
I actually saw that shit and I wanted to watch it. It seemed pretty
Dude,
cool.
it's actually a very adorable series, and that's the main reason. It honestly, it's really nice to have a strong female character in a fantasy place. Like, I enjoy the overall content of the manga and everything, and it doesn't feel. It's all very great. It's well written. It all flows very well.
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10 manga. Let's see if it can do that with the anime. Other than that, I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, I don't really either. I'm gonna make a video about Demon Lord 2099 because it was just so good. I don't want to give spoilers here. I'd rather like make a video on it.
Oh yeah. The Minute Manga series will be getting a redux, and every episode will come back out because I have 3 minutes to play with now.
Oh, nice.
That series was not capable of continuing with the amount of time that a short was. There's a lot of information I like to say about things, apparently, and I had it written all down. I'm like, I still feel like I should be able to put more in here. Too much information I want to tell to people, whether the mangas have animes, all the good shit, how many chapters there are, how long the episodes are, all the good things. I don't think I would actually tell people how long episodes are. That'd be ridiculous. I would tell people how long chapters are, though. That's a better indicator. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. All right, I think we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.